The views and opinions expressed by contributors on the Spoon River Gothic podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the host. Material heard on the Spoon River Gothic podcast is intended for adult listeners. This podcast deals with mature topics that may not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised. This is Spoon River Gothic, narrative of a double homicide.
No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hoping to reach Mr. Terry Haynes.
This is Terry Haynes.
Oh, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. My name's Jenna, and I'm conducting a research report specifically about Donna Tompkins. And I was hoping to know if now was a good time to ask you some questions or if we could schedule a time later.
Oh, I just barely knew who Donna was.
How did you meet her?
Well, she was a friend of my family's from years and years ago when I was a little bitty kid, and I probably haven't seen her 6 times since then, so.
Oh.
Why, is Donna okay?
She actually passed in a homicide case that happened in 1993, and I'm sorry to deliver this news to you.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. She used to work at the bank many years ago.
Yes.
No, I know who you're talking about now. I knew another Donna Tompkins, too. That's what I thought you'd tell about.
Oh, okay. So do you have a moment, sir?
Yeah, I got a quick moment.
And I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you, is it okay that I'm recording?
Well, where's all this going? I mean,
I'm working.
You doing a book or?
I'm working with a podcast that's not yet out just yet, and its intention is to humanize Donna Tompkins
okay,
and to go over the case in general.
Okay. Nope, that's fine.
Okay. So now that we're on the same page about the same Donna, how and when did you meet Donna Tompkins?
I drove a UPS truck, and she worked at the bank, and we just visited occasionally. And then I'm very active in our Canton Elks Lodge, and then she started being a waitress over there. And so I visited with her there off and on.
And what can you tell me about her?
Well, she was a very nice lady. She had a beautiful little daughter, if I remember right. But she was really super nice to visit with. She was a beautiful lady. Anyway, she was getting divorced or was divorced. I don't know. She dated several different guys back then, but then I guess she had a tragic end.
Do you remember what she looked like?
She was tall, slender, long black hair.
And anything interesting about her personality-wise?
No, she was just always very nice. Everybody up the Elks loved her. She had a great personality.
What was your exact relationship with Donna?
Just friends.
Just friends?
Yep.
The case file says that you dated. Is that true at all?
Well, we had some drinks here and there and did some things with her motorcycle ride one time, and but that was it. We were never an item.
I see. And can you recall the last time you saw her?
I do not. It was probably at the Elks when she was waiting tables.
I understand. Okay. And then according to the court records, it says that you were viewed as a suspect. Would you happen to know why?
They went through every guy. Process of elimination is what the police officer told me. So they went through every guy that she had any acquaintance with at all just to eliminate.
I see.
And I think the whole time they did that, after they put us all through hell, they knew exactly who did it the whole time, in my opinion. I don't know that. Who
do you think did it?
Well, they convicted of some guy, last name Bull.
Donnie Bull.
He was already a known rapist, so.
Do you know anything about him?
No, other than he was a known rapist.
Okay. And in your opinion, how do you feel that the investigation was handled?
Well, at the end, I thought they got the right guy. They did well. But they put a lot of us, Rod Franciscovich, Dave Haynes, and myself, and I don't know who else, do a lot of unnecessary, interviews and all that stuff. So I thought it was a little unnecessary. I think they already knew who did it, but I don't know that for a fact.
And did you know anything about Sergeant David Ayers?
Yeah, he's somewhat of a friend, and he took me through all this, and then he told me it was just process of elimination, but I just felt it was a little unnecessary, some of it. Several interviews and then more interviews, and then they found her rings in his possession and a key that he made to her apartment when he delivered a couch in. They already knew he did it.
I see. Were you ever asked about the ring?
Yeah, they want to know if I could identify him, and they put out, 6 or 7 rings on a table, and I identified 2 of them as hers, and I was right.
And were you ever asked to testify at the trial?
I was.
How did you feel about it?
I didn't like it. I was very uncomfortable with it.
That's understandable.
I don't like doing that. I felt like I was under the thumb, and at that time, I didn't know that they'd already pretty much pinned the guy down that did it.
And do you think during the trial, Donna was depicted as a human being?
I thought so. I mean, they kind of made it out like she dated around a lot, and had a lot of male friends, but to me, she was just a really nice person, raising a little girl and trying to make ends meet.
Would you say that that's generally how she was perceived in the community?
I think everybody really liked her. I know she was very well liked up at the Elks because she just had a wonderful personality, and she was a very beautiful lady.
Overall, did you feel justice was served?
Yeah, I do. I think they got the right guy, and he ended up dying in prison, from what I understand.
I believe that's correct. And did you ever, you said that you were friends with Sergeant Ayers. Did you ever hear?
Yeah, well,
Are you still friends with him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's out to Canton Lake. He's on his pontoon all the time. My wife and I are out there a lot. We visit.
Oh, okay. Did you ever hear about an anonymous letter that was sent to the mayor and the chief of police about the evidence being mishandled from that case?
Nope, I never heard that.
Okay. And at any point during the investigation, did anything ever feel strange or off?
No, I mean, I've never really been through anything like that before, and I haven't been anything through after since, so really, I don't know, they just did what they had to do, I guess.
That's a good point. Is there anything you could tell me about Donna that would help me understand who they were as people?
Well, she always bragged about her family. She had a big family. They were from out of state, I think, but she always bragged about her family being as good people, and she just always struck me as a straight up wonderful good person. She had a beautiful smile, if I remember right. Tall, long black hair, pretty white teeth. She was just a really nice girl, and I can't remember what her daughter's name was, but she talked about her daughter a lot.
Did you ever meet the daughter?
Yeah, Justine, that was her name, Justine.
Yeah, Justine. Do you have any other suggestions or advice that might better help me in my research to discover what?
I think at the end she was actually dating a guy named Rod Franciscovich.
Ah, do you know him?
Oh yeah, he and I were classmates together. I know he lives here in Canton somewhere, but anyway, I don't know how to get a hold of him.
Okay, that's fine. And then one last question. If you could say anything to Donald Bull, what would it be?
Say anything to what? Oh, Donnie Bull?
Yeah.
Well, the things I'd like to say to him, I don't really want to say to you.
Okay.
Nice lady. Yeah.
And, okay, if you could say one last thing to Donna, what would it be?
I'm sorry the whole thing went down that way.
Spoon River Gothic is a production of Lonebird Media in association with CZ Studio. The show is produced by August Olson, editing, directing, and producing by Corey Zimmerman. Audio mastering and engineering by E. Mastered. Research is done by Anne-Marie Cannon, Chelsea Mesa, and me, Jinra Illustrissimo. Spoon River Gothic is written and hosted by Corey Zimmerman. You can follow the show at czstudio.works and read the blog at spoonrivergothic.com. Show some love by leaving us a rating or review on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And stay tuned for the next episode as we dive deeper into the Donald Bull case. Thank you for listening. This is Spoon River Gothic, narrative of a double homicide.